So I got my bus yesterday, like 3 p.m, which I knew was going to be late getting to the border. Like I had messaged the hostel, but they were like, oh, my staff only stay there till 11. They can maybe stay 10 minutes after. I was like, well, fuck that. Anyways, so 3:20 p.m. bus. The bus people said it was going to take like 7 to 8 hours. And I was like, okay, so like I should just about make it to the capital, like Tbilisi. But what I didn't realize was that they meant 7 to 8 hours to the border. So I got to the border at like 10:30 or something. No, sorry, I didn't even get to the border. I got like 50 k's from the border, and the bus stopped, and there was no, like, one other guy in the bus left. I had seen people getting out, but I thought they were just getting out before and not crossing the border. But then, so the bus stops 50 k's from the border, and some guy comes up to me and he's like, taxi. And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought the bus was going to Tbilisi. And he's like, taxi. And I was like, well, fuck. The bus like pulled into a parking lot, so I was like, I can't stay on the bus, it's not going anywhere. So yeah, and then I'm trying to talk with these guys who don't speak any English. Eventually figure out that the taxi is going to take me to the border, and the bus driver is paying him to do that. I guess normal thing, I don't know. But I got in a taxi, I was like, okay, this is going to be a fun taxi ride. And then 2 other guys get in, and I was like, well, fuck, either it's going to be a fun taxi ride or I'm getting kidnapped. And then, so it was fine, the taxi took me to the border, I dropped the other guys first, and I was the only one left going to the border. And then I get to the border and it's like, dark. I mean, there's lights, of course, but like, there's nobody crossing the border except trucks. I was like, okay. So I walked like through the border crossing, all the security is like, what the fuck? Who are you? Why are you crossing the border? It's like at midnight. They didn't ask me this because they didn't speak English, but I could see it on their face. Anyways, I made the border crossing. I get out the other side. And I'm like, well, now what? Taxi driver is gone. He's gone back to his home. What the fuck do I do now? There's no buses. It's like midnight. And then I was like, so I saw a couple of guys a little bit further up, and I was like, I knew they were taxi drivers. I was like, fuck me, they're going to charge me a mozza. And then I was like, well, I could try. I guess this is as good a time as any as my first hitchhiking experience. And so I go over to where I see the trucks coming out of. And I didn't get to stand there long before the police officer comes over and he's like, get away. And I was like, oh, but I just want to try. You see, one of the trucks is going to Tbilisi. And he's like, get away, taxi. I was like, okay, rude, but fine. And then I walked straight past the taxi guys because I despise taxis. And they were yelling, like, they were already like, taxi, Tbilisi. I was like, fuck you. I didn't say that, I just walked straight past. And like, along the road. So like, literally just walked along the road away towards Tbilisi. And I was like, how far can Tbilisi be? It looks like 30 k's from the border. And so I start walking. And then, like, I look at the map and I'm like, okay, like, maybe like 30 k's-ish, maybe 20 to this first town called Rustavi. I could do that. Like, it's not the worst. I've done that. So, yeah, I start walking. It was actually a peaceful night. Like, the wind was a little bit strong, but, like, not too bad at the time. But, like, it was clear. It wasn't too cold. I was just chilling with my bags, walking along the road, thinking, I mean, I saw a wolf in Mangostal. I wonder if there's wolves here. And then I'm like, well, there's cars on the road. Like, they probably wouldn't be near humans. So I just kept walking. I don't know, I got about 2 k's. And there were, like, to be fair, there were lights and there was random buildings and stores. Not many stores, but, like, those little, like, convenience stores randomly, like, with lights on. So, like, this isn't too bad. And then, sorry, this is a really long story, I realize. And then a couple of k's down the road, a taxi driver pulls up and he's like, where are you going? I'm like, no thanks, bye. And I kept walking. But like, he followed me and stopped beside me like 4 times and tried to speak to me. And each time I like ask him a couple more questions. I'm like, oh, how much? Or where will you drop me? Blah, blah, blah. Eventually I'm like, well, okay, this is persistent enough. I think I should get in. So I got in, and then he started berating me. And he was like, no, like, obviously not in English. And it wasn't that aggressive. No, it was a little bit aggressive. No, okay. Anyways, started berating me. It's like, the wolves are going to eat you. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't really react. I was just like, oh, okay. And then, like, he looked like a disappointed father and, like, scolding me. And I was like, oh, bro, I don't need this right now. It's 3 a.m. Leave me alone. But, so apparently there were wolves. We did pass through a pretty dark area. I'm going to hurry this up because it was really long. But yeah, we did pass through a pretty dark area, and it turns out to be 40 k's to the closest town. And I was like, oops, that could have been bad. But hey, would have been a fun experience. Maybe not. Probably so terrible. But yeah, then I got to the first town, and he was like, firstly he was like, oh yeah, I'll take you to the first town. You can take a mushroom cart. So he's like $1 after that. I was like, okay. And then surprise, surprise, we get there and he's like, there's no more street cred. It's 2 a.m. What are you doing? I'll take you all the way. And they wanted to charge me double. And I was like, no, fuck you. I'm getting out. Bye. So I got out and he was like, okay. But then I started walking again because I'm like, hey, he's done most of the work. I'll just go the rest of my own. Probably another 20 Ks. And then, so then I found a hotel. Anyway, long story short, I got some Wi-Fi in that hotel and I called a taxi, which saved me like an extra 20 euros. And then got the rest of the way and then found a hostel that had 24/7 check-in.